All right, everybody. We are back with an exclusive interview with Evan St. Gruyere. Thank you, Evan, for taking the time to sit down and talk about the strike with us.
Thank you very much for having me, Saige. I'm excited to be here talking about these important challenges that our industry is facing today. And as a studio executive, I think I have some insight and some insider information that may help iron this whole thing out.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that it's really important issues and it is troubling to our entire industry right now. So I'd love to start with some of the basics. Obviously, the writers have been on strike for about 9 weeks now. Yes. How much longer do you anticipate that going?
Well, I mean, we hope to resolve it as soon as possible. I mean, you can see, Saige, I'm just a regular guy. I'm not wearing a necktie. I'm just like everybody else.
I'm also not wearing a necktie.
That's
so
right.
Fair.
Look at that. Just a couple of workers, you and me. We're just working for the good of the industry, the two of us. You know, we want this to be as we want this to wrap up as soon as possible. But you know, these writers are just, I love them, but like, because like they just, all we want is just to talk about like the realistic things that we need in the industry, and they're just like, food.
Okay. And let's get into the things that they're asking for, right?
Sure.
The things that seem to be bothering you about their demands. What is it that they're asking for that you find unreasonable?
We got to talk about these residuals, Saige.
Yeah, let's start there. Let's just talk about the residuals.
We got to talk about these residuals, Saige.
Yeah.
There's so little money in streaming. Have you seen how little money there is in streaming?
No, I've actually seen. There's actually very front-facing statistics about how much money is in streaming.
Oh, no. Let me tell you something. When you look at it for real and you see it, it's just like, oh, no. We're basically running our streaming service at a loss because we love art. And the problem is that like, they just want so much more money. And it's like, what are you really gonna do with an extra $10,000 a year? You can't even gas up a plane for $10,000. You're not gonna be able to do anything with that.
Well, I mean, that would help most people be able to live in their own apartment potentially in a year instead of with
people
multiple roommates.
No, you don't live in apartments, you rent apartments to people.
Well, the writers don't. Now, when you say we're running the company at a loss because we love the arts, so is that reflected in your salary?
Oh, yeah. Saige, I sit on the board of 15 different companies, and I gotta say, the studio
Can you sit on the board of 15 companies?
Is like, ugh. I make the least money from this one.
Do you work at any of these companies?
I work at all of the companies. I'm a regular guy. Do I need to undo another button? Look.
Why don't you tell me about what a day in your position looks like?
You don't want to get into the nitty gritty of my position. It's so much with numbers and business and decisions. You know, I gotta make the tough decisions. I gotta go with my learning and my Ivy League and my gut.
Okay, well, let's get into the actors then.
Yeah, let's get into the actors.
Obviously, just like the writers, the things that we make are impossible without actors.
Yeah, and that's why.
Ugh, when I said actors, though.
Well, because I love the actors.
I said actors, and you went, ugh. That's not usually the response to somebody like about something you love.
Oh no, you know what it is?
What is it?
It's just I feel so deeply for them that I went, oh, my heart.
Okay, you empathize with the actors. It means that like you understand their plight and you care that they are suffering.
Yes. So you said that we can't do this without actors.
Yes.
And you are absolutely correct. And that's why, Saige, we think it's 100% fair that you come in, we scan you, we pay you for a day of work.
Okay.
Because you did that work. Now the scanning doesn't take a full day, Saige, but we'll pay you for a full day. And then that way, you work for us, right? Mm-hmm. And then when your frail human corporeal form can no longer work through weakness, old age, sickness, whatever, we still have that form that you're not using anymore, right? Because if you're a good worker and you believe in a good Christian heaven, like I do, very religious, family guy, just like all of you, I believe in everything. So you don't need that body anymore. And so we're just going to use that body and put it into more movie.
Okay, as horrifying as the idea of after I'm dead continuing to use my image in something, I am a SAG actor. Does that mean that you guarantee me that you won't do that while I'm alive, and that while I can accept a functional working day rate, I would continue to make that on these projects?
That's a great question, Saige. Do you have any others?
I do, I guess. Do you know that for just a fraction of your individual salary, you could actually cover the majority of what the entire industry of writers is asking for as a bump financially?
You can't start doing that, Saige. Envy is the thief of joy. Do you know what I mean? You can't start doing that. One person's going to make more money. One person's going to make less money. You can't get your head wrapped up in that when we're making art. I worked my way up. Ivy League, school, brain, business, a little bit of money from my parents. You know, it's like we all wind up in different spaces, and you can't be too worried about that. Sure, my salary might be higher than other people's salaries. Your salary might be higher than other people's salaries.
Unlikely.
I don't know. What do you make? $2.5-3 million a month?
No.
Okay, so
this is my business that I own.
So a little bit more than that.
Well,
That's
you're in
great.
my business that I own right now. For the interview, I don't take a personal salary for this, so that workers can get paid.
Right. I don't take a personal salary either. You know what I mean? I don't take a personal salary either. You know what I mean? Just like a little bit of that stock and maybe a bonus. Just like I don't take that salary either. We're both good people. We don't take salaries.
Do you have anything that you would like to say to the actors that are out on the picket lines now?
Yeah. Why are you being mean to me? Why are you being mean to me and stopping us from making the good TV and movies that we all want to make? Why are you so hung up about the fact that you can't pay your rent through working for movies? Why? Don't worry about how much money I make in perpetuity forever once you make a movie and I sell it forever. Worry about what you love and doing what you love and pursuing what you love.
Well, that's going to be it for the interview. Evan St. Greer, thank you for nothing.